Thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video.
Do you tell your dad that you love him?
Yes, mostly through text though. We text more than we call.
Do you ever feel like you just want to say the words to him more?
Yeah, I do. As growing up, it was always just one of those things that where it wasn't said very often, but it was just known. But yeah.
I've been noticing like a theme of a lot of the movies I've watched lately. And the theme is the title of this video. It's kind of like the father-son dynamic. It all started with the movie, A Goofy Movie. And I'm like halfway through it and I'm like, holy shit. I watched this as a kid, not realizing that this was about a father trying to not only bond with his son, but also try to be someone that the son could look up to and be proud of. What else did I watch? I watched 3:10 to Yuma, which is one of my favorite movies. Man, what a good story arc. Russell Crowe sees that Christian Bale's son thinks that Christian Bale is sort of like a failure of a father. And then one more. Oh, Analyze This with Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro. 20-year-old movie. I'm watching this the same as Goofy Movie, being like, wow, like I'm enjoying the entertainment value of the movie, but I'm also like sitting here being like, wow, like, you know, the relationship between the father and the son is a big one.
Smooth transition. Now I'm in my car. Let's take a quick break to thank today's sponsor. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a nutritional drink that is here to simplify your health routine. It has 75 different ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. AG1 has been a part of my morning routine for like a year now. It's officially the longest relationship I've had in a while. I think one of the reasons I've been able to like keep it in my routine so easily is the fact that like it tastes good. I've tried a lot of green drinks, a lot of green powders, and I've been, you know, a little disgusted by them. And I feel like this one actually has a little bit of like sweetness to it, a little mintiness to it. And AG1 is more than just a greens powder. It's your daily multivitamin, probiotic, immunity support, and it provides you your daily greens blend too. When I'm like in the car on a road trip, I get this anxiety, like an OCD trigger that is like, hey Mark, you're not gonna get all your green stuff today. When I have AG1 on me, I know that like not only is my body taken care of, but like more so just like putting my anxiety at ease. Okay, I'm gonna get my greens on today. AG1 is also NSF certified for sport, the gold standard for professional athletes, which basically means whatever you see on the label is actually in the powder. I don't drink caffeine. I think some of you guys know this already. AG1 supports my energy throughout the entire day. Go to athleticgreens.com/MarkE Miller to get started on your order. Athletic Greens is gonna give you guys a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. I'm recovering from a cold right now, so that's why I sound so darn beautiful.
I remember this phone call I had with my dad. Hang on a second, I gotta find it in my notes here. So this was from January 10th, 2020. Basically, I was walking around the neighborhood taking pictures with my good friend Mitch. My dad called me because he had like an issue with the TV or something. And so he wanted me to like troubleshoot it with him over the phone. He got to this point where he was sort of like getting gooey, you know, emotionally exposed. And he says, this is in quotes, you have the whole package. You got the smarts, the looks, the drive. You can do anything. You really can. I've never told you that. It's a father telling his son, hey, look, I don't worry about you. You can do anything. And my buddy Mitch is like taking pictures of some flowers or something. And I'm sitting here being like, man, those flowers are so beautiful. I'm about to cry. So I guess I tell that story to sort of tie in this father-son dynamic of like, my dad and I have not always had a great relationship. And I think at some point he was just frustrated with me that he couldn't make me grow up. And then now I'm 31, my dad is 62. And we're the closest we've ever been. It's really helped living close. I'm less than 2 hours away from my parents now. So that helps a lot. Like, I'm so close to my parents. I talk to them at least once a week. We kind of like depend on each other. I call my dad all the time for stuff like, hey, I'm at AutoZone and I'm looking at 2 different tire shine brands. Which is like the best one in your opinion? Silly stuff like that.
Like, what is your relationship like with your dad currently?
It's good. It's good. We live 2 states away, so we try to see each other as much as we can. But we text about football games and sporting events and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
Was there ever a time where like there was like contention, like you were kind of like the immature teenager?
Oh, I'm sure yeah, absolutely. That's called high school. No question about it.
Like, are you and your dad, like, would you say friends at this point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's the benefit of being 24 and not 18 is, can be friends much easier.
Yeah. Do you tell your dad that you love each other?
Yeah, we do.
You say the L word with your dad?
We say the L word. Yeah. Not every day, but when we see each other.
I got two very good.
What was your relationship like with your dad?
My dad died in 1962, and we had, an okay relationship, nothing special.
Were you closer with your mom?
Yeah,
What was she like?
I don't really know how to put a word on it, but she was caring and loving, and miss her.
I'm sure she's thinking about you right now. I feel like every time you think of her, she's also thinking of you, Well, I've seen you walking up and down the street so many times, I just figured, like, we have to connect one day, so. Today was 75 degrees out in November, so I was like, we need to talk to Macbeth right now.
We need to take advantage of it.
Exactly. How many miles do you try to walk every day?
I don't walk miles, I walk blocks.
I'll always be proud of my dad and look up to my dad because he's earned that spot at a very early age, a very early stage in my life. If I have good news, he's like in my top 2 or 3 people that I want to share that good news with. Do you speak to your parents? I know I have some friends who just like don't speak to their parents, and I understand that. For better or worse, you have to like set boundaries and like, hey, it is what it is, The age-old thing is like, oh, you can't choose your family. You have to like, stick it out and put up with them and tolerate them. But to what extent, if it's like really not a good fit, and if it's harmful to your life, your chosen family can be just as good or better.
What's your relationship like with your dad?
Actually don't have much of a relationship with my dad anymore. I used to, but not anymore.
Family's forever. We don't choose our family. Do you subscribe to that?
You think that at first until you become more open-minded. Your perception changes once you pull back and realize that you went through a lot of things you didn't necessarily have to go through.
Would you consider you and your dad friends?
Yeah, now, as an adult. I think that there is a shift, when you get older. And
When you have good news to share, who's the first to receive the news, your mom or your dad?
probably my mom. My mom's shows more emotions than my dad. So.
My dad and I aren't as close as I am with my mom, but we are close. I would say we're friends.
So let's talk about your mom then.
Okay.
Is she a once a week kind of call, an everyday call?
That's an everyday call.
Really?
Yeah. If I don't call her, she'll call me.
You guys act way older than 24, by the way.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
born 40, so.
You were born what?
40.
What does that mean?
Just old soul. That's what
Born 40.
I was told that always.
Gotcha.
When I was like 4. That's what my family told me.
Thanks for being in my YouTube video.
Of course.
Ciao.
See ya.
I find with my mom, I'm much more willing to be vulnerable. And I think would like to continue to work on speaking my truth to my dad, tell him how I feel about him, and just be more truthful in the moment. But yeah, that's it for this video. call your dad, call your mom, call whoever is important in your life. Because, like, why not, you know? We have phones, dude. Think about it. 500 years ago, they didn't have phones, man. And they would have to, like, I don't know, send a rowboat or something to go deliver a little box. And then inside the box, there's a little tiny note that says, "Hello, Father." And then they would have to, like, send another rowboat with another box within a box back to you. And it's a whole thing. So anyways, see you guys soon. Bye.
Why am I just starting to see you everywhere? I don't understand. I'm filming a brand partnership for the video. This guy, you're in the video that I'm shooting the brand deal for right now. The craziest thing.
I'm just made for the camera, I guess, at this point, right? This is.
CZ, I see that guy everywhere.
Was any other message you want to say to the world?
No, I don't think so. Get a dog. That'll make you a good dad too.
AG1 by Athletic Greens. Drink it. It's good for you.